Okay, now I'm going to put the wheels on. I think that's the last thing I need to show you, because everything else you should be able to work out yourself. So I'm going to put some holes in the chassis first of all, and then I'll be able to use those holes to put in some axles and some wheels. So I'm going to go click on the chassis and activate it, and I want to put in a line. I'm going to do an extrude from that face. Okay, I'm going to sketch view, and then I'm going to put in some references. So I want that as a reference and that as a reference. Okay, and that's really all I need. And then I'm going to put a line across from there to there. And so that's just a line for me to be able to draw in the holes for the axles. So I think I should be alright just doing where this curve comes round. I'll just put one in there and one in there, and then if I do it so it clicks to R, that means they're both the same, which they would be, and then I can just change dimension on one of them and they both stay the same. So this is radius. I'm going to use 6mm dowel, so I want a slightly bigger hole, so I'm going to do a 7mm hole, so the radius is going to be 3.5. Okay, and then I'm going to delete that line and tick, and now that has extruded like that. If I drag it back through, it should cut holes through it, which it has, and you can see that it's done the same on the other side. Okay, somehow I seem to have managed to have doubled everything, so everything's too big. So these holes look too small, so I'm just going to go back. So I'm going to tick that. Right, so I'm going to just change that. So this is good to show you anyway, because it will just show you if you need to change anything. So I was working on my chassis. If I click on this drop down and go to that extrude, drop down on that, this is the drawing I did, and I can change that. So if I right click on it and edit definition, I can change the drawing. So I'm just going to change that dimension to 7. That looks a bit better, more in proportion. Click OK, and then you can see those holes have enlarged. Okay, and then I'm going to activate. Now I'm going to activate the side part. Okay, and I'm going to just use those holes to draw a hole through. So I'm going to go extrude onto the side face, and I'm going to just simply project these holes. So just choose the top and the bottom, and then tick, and I should now be able to just drag those through, and I've also created holes in the side. Okay, right, now I can, if I click on activate the assembly and create, and I'm going to create an axle, click OK. Create features already there, click OK. So I'm going to do this from extruding from this face. Okay, and I just need, all I need as a reference is that sketch view, and I can just draw a circle into there, do it a bit bigger so I can make it smaller. Click on that, I'm going to make that 6, and you can see it just allows a little bit of sort of clearance so the axle will turn in that hole. Click OK, and I'm going to drag this back this way, and I need it to come out 6mm further than this. So that must be, so it's 140, so I'm going to go 146. Whoops, 146, and tick. Okay, and then it's, you can see it sticks out on that side but not on that side, so I just need to extend this out a bit. So I just extrude onto the end of there. Reference is just that outer edge of that, and then I can just draw a circle to that and tick and just extrude that 6mm that way and enter. Okay, so now I've got that axle in there now.